What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So a lot of people are telling me, I should buy AGNC, Prospect Capital, or NLY. I have an mREIT that's actually pretty good, and it's starting to increase its dividend. It's kind of crazy. mREITs really don't increase their dividends; they have decreased their price per share. But I found one that is not bad. It's actually going to be on my radar. And I'm just going to address, I'm not completely ruling out AGNC, Prospect Capital, or NLY. They're just not attractive to me right now. And I'm going to explain to you why. And this mREIT that is really attractive to look at. And I'll even show you Arbor Realty Trust. So you got 5 stocks that I'm really going to discuss. And it is just very interesting the way these mREITs are. Prospect Capital is a business development company, but I'm iffy on it. I mean, kudos to you guys if you bought the dip. That's a different story, which I'll go over shortly. But let's check these out right now. So here's the thing about AGNC. Okay, it's still down. Okay, it's a monthly dividend stock. It's a mortgage-backed rate with a PE ratio of 4.71, a dividend yield of 8.81%. You need to be aware with a lot of these dividend stocks. Are they dividend traps? Do they decrease their price per share? Do they increase in their dividends? Do they decrease in their dividends? How is their revenue? So these are questions that I look at when I look into real estate investment trust. And its market cap is 8.58 billion US dollars. It fluctuated in the past 52 weeks from 1353 to 1884. So we really need to see what's going on with these guys. Mortgage-backed rates, you got to be careful with. They can really get you and bite you in the ass. So you got to be careful. You got to understand what I like doing, and I'll show you with Arbor Realty Trust. You got to see how it's doing revenue-wise, and how it's doing price per share, and how it's doing what it's doing with its dividends. So let's check that out. So already I see a problem. I like dividend stocks that increase in revenue, or at least have a consistent amount of revenue. So it really hasn't jumped up. It went up, went back down. How is it going to do with versus a pandemic? It didn't respond very well. So there's a decrease of revenue. You can blame the COVID card, but it's down, down, up, up, down. I don't like the consistency. And even worse, when the price per share goes down, investors don't have a lot of confidence in it. And as I will reveal to you, it's dividend history. Now, again, kudos to you if you bought the dip and you're holding on to it and just reinvesting the dividends and earning passive income. That is amazing. I mean, people got the dip. They just reinvested the dividends and holding on to it. There's nothing wrong with that. But the issue I have is 18 cents, 16 cents, 12 cents. So it's decreasing its price. Now you got to be careful of some of these PE ratios. If they're really low, that could be a red flag. So right now, the decrease in price per share, the high dividend yield, it appears to be a yield trap for me. So I just back off. Again, I'm going to keep an eye on these guys. I'm not completely, just saying goodbye, but I sold them. I'm leaving them alone. I'm keeping an eye on them. There's an increase in dividends. I'm all in, but why are they? I know they said, oh, they have all this cash on board, but we're dividend investors. We want the moolah. We want the money. So let's check out the Prospect Capital real quick. And here's another one. And it actually was doing decent against the S&P in the past 5 years and took a nosedive. But Prospect Capital is another one. A dividend yield of 8.76%, PE ratio 3.55, volume 1.63 million, year range 491 to 925. If you go to the max, let's do something a little bit more visible. 6 months actually did decent against the S&P, but we'll just do the past 5 years, because if you look at the max, I mean, it really hasn't jumped up. It was around 13. It was around 11, and it's now $8. So you actually lost money as a investor over time if you bought it in the beginning. But let's check out its revenue. That's one thing that's a little bit interesting with Prospect Capital. So let's check that out. So it was kind of consistent at one point, then it went down, and still a little consistent. In actual millions of dollars per US, except share data or per share data. 712, 791, 701, 657, 703. It's not bad, but I just don't like the decrease in the dividend, which I'm going to reveal to you. So here's my problem. 2013, 11 cents. 2015, 8 cents. 2017, 6 cents. Consistent 6. Hasn't increased its dividend over time. 3.53% ratio. Dividend yield at 8.76. Not the most attractive dividend stock, honestly, but I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm keeping a very close eye on it. Let's check the last mortgage-backed rate real quick. Another one, NLY Capital Management. It's sitting at 863. Dividend yield of 10.20%. PE ratio 3.76. Market cap 12.46 billion. Day range, the year range 692 and 964. How much revenue are they generating? We need to look into that real quick. So 2014, it was in the negative. 2015, 1,135. 2016, 2,339. 2018, it's going up. 2019, nosedive, 912.583. 2020, 220.115. Ouch. Can you just say ouch? And even worse, let's check out its dividend history. Okay, so it looks like it's a quarterly dividend stock, 40 cents, 35, 30, 26, 30, 25, 22. Something's not right. You got a low PE ratio. It's 863, a dividend yield of 10.24%. Again, if you bought the dip, kudos to you. That's awesome. I mean, I would hold on to something if I got a huge dip like that. That's a deal, if you ask me. Let's check out the next stock real quick. So, I mean, again, I'm going to just say this. It's painful to say this, but I'm going to keep an eye on them. I mean, if they're increasing in revenue, price per share is going up, and their dividends going up, why wouldn't I say no to it? I'd be crazy to say no. There's something to keep an eye on with their dividend history and, their price per share decreasing. I don't like that. I really don't. And let's check out Arbor Realty Trust, and I'll show you what I mean. So it is a mortgage-backed rate. It's $18.43. It's actually beaten the S&P. And it took a huge nosedive during the pandemic. I own this stock and I'm long on it. PE ratio is 8, dividend yield is 7.60. What are they doing right? Let's check out how much revenue they're generating. All I see is up. 141, 142, 213, 346, 484, 535, 603. I like it. What about its dividend history? So we're seeing a trend, 16, 18, 19, 21, 35 cents. It has increased its dividend over time. Dividend yield is 7.27%. PE ratio 7.14. Annual dividend 140. How do you say no to that? What a beautiful, beautiful dividend stock. And that's why I own this one. I got to show you this bonus stock because this one is hot. It's actually a mortgage-backed rate that I'm keeping an eye on. I may consider buying. It's down. It's very attractive right now. Let's check this out. That stock would be Redwood Trust. It's sitting at 12.47. It's a mortgage backed rate. I'll go over their website real quick. It's PE ratio 4.59, dividend yield of 5.77%. Very attractive. Let's also look into what these guys are about. We really need to know, are these guys worth it or are they not, worth our time at all? So we have to check that out. So here they are. Redwood Trust proves it's possible to combine considerable scale with humanity and efficiency. As investors in mortgages, through up and down cycles, we understand the importance of meticulous underwriting, and our credit risk management shows it. We emphasize safe, well-structured loans that borrowers can reliably afford, and we champion solutions across our business lines that provide high quality and accessible housing for consumers. Okay, that sounds good, but how much revenue are they generating? Are they going up? What is going on? Okay, we got a trend right here. 241, 259, 246, 248, 378, 622, 571. It's increasing. This one is on my radar, and I find this very attractive. So I'm going to look very closely with this mortgage-backed rate, and I'm going to show you its dividend history. Again, this dividend history is beautiful. Let me show you this. 28 cents, 30 cents, 32. It took a nosedive. PE ratio 4.42. Definitely on my radar. So it was going up. Took a nosedive during the pandemic. It's 12.47, 72 cents. PE ratio 4.42. That's very attractive. And its revenue is trending up a little bit. So I like that. I like that dividend stock. It's something that's on my radar. It's 5.86. It's down. I like it. And you know what? It's probably going to go back up to where it was. So this is one that I may just throw money in tomorrow. I like it. I really do like this one as a real estate investment trust and a mortgage back rate. Why not take a risk? I mean, I may do that starting tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but I'm really looking at this one closely, and there's a huge dip. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Make sure you check out my buddies. I have an affiliate link on one of my buddies that I am partners with and collaborate with. He has incredible information how to turbocharge your dividends. And this guy is no joke. He has a ton of followers. His reviews are phenomenal. There are sometimes I just don't have time to really be in the chat with you guys and tell you stuff because I'm a little bit busy. But this stuff that he has will completely, I mean, I can almost guarantee that it'll up your game when it comes to dividend investing, especially watching yield traps, especially how to turbocharge your dividend income by doing a few things. So capitalize on that. You got a deal with me, and this is why I do this for you guys. Again, I post videos. I like to integrate philosophies with my dividend investing strategy, but you got to check it out. So you guys take care and have a good one.